EMS. Well, anyway, as I was taking Ryan and Dustin to the store the other day, we look over, and there's this dude, like, just laying on the ground, and he's probably 75, 80. He went to a lot of concerts, kind of looked like, in his day, you know. A lot of Grateful Dead concerts, and he's got this big white beard. But anyway, he's laying down. There's probably 4 steps going into this house. And he's laying on the ground, and he's on his side. He's got his left foot. He's on his left side, but he's got his left foot on the first stair. So it kind of looks very awkward and not very comfortable. And we were driving by, and Dustin's like, I'm going to get a picture of this. What the hell's going on? And I'm like, yo, how about, you guys jump out and maybe help him? So Ryan jumps out, and Dustin, they go up there, and they go up to the guy, and he's like, oh, I don't need any help. And clearly he did. His shoe went off. Like, I guess he fell trying to hit that first step. But, yeah, he was just laying there, and, of course, I'm yelling, sanitize, sanitize, guys. Which probably didn't help anything. But yeah, and I was just thinking, man, that life alert stuff could have saved that guy. I mean, if it had been the summertime, might have just kept on driving. But the fact that it was pretty cold that day, it was like, I don't know, maybe 30. He could have froze to death, just laying there.
They help him get inside?
I mean, it's kind of a dead-end road. I mean, yeah, they kind of got him on his feet and put his shoe on him and kind of helped him up in there. But
that was nice.
I know. Started 217 life alert.
Right?
I don't know. And they said he smelled like weed. But there's a skunk that's been around there.
Skunks everywhere.
Ugh. Yeah. I don't know. I do want to say, because you had mentioned about starting over and getting back on the, just if something happens, something goes wrong, start again. Dust yourself off and pick yourself up. Let's go. Chelsea, who you know, and... Well,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know Chelsea.
Like, do your thing, and hopefully she's listening. I told her that's probably why she started having some bad luck, is because she wasn't listening as much to the podcast. But, if she is listening, and I hope she is, but, there's 2 options, lay there and suffer, or get your ass back up and let's go. Like, keep moving forward with it. It sucks. There's only so much you can do, but there's a lot more you can do if you just allow yourself to. And it's hard, feeling the guilt and all that, but hey, it's a life lesson. You learn something from it. And then from my Kelly, I don't know if you know Kelly or not. I don't know. You had mentioned something about reading or hearing about people getting let go, and Ryan had said this too, that they're it's like, he was mad. He's like, they're letting people out of jail.
Oh yeah.
But I still owe my fines. Like, how come these people aren't? I don't know.
Well, I think I know what you're saying. Is there's this real gray, fine line as to how these places, every place, is trying to handle this. It's like we have these kind of guidelines on what it is that's going to keep, the human race safe from this virus. Hence, I guess, the transference of this virus from each other, one another, whatever. And depending on, what you're talking about, how to implement that is like near or next to impossible. And so they're trying to make these arrangements or alter the setup, and everybody's doing their best that they can. And so, I mean, it's difficult because, there's supposed to be this 6 feet distance. And so, like, housing situations are reevaluating, they're getting out their tape measure you know, because they have to. Grocery lines the other day, they have like a piece of tape, like that you can't cross in between carts at the checkout line at the grocery store in Sutton's Bay. And they have you pick up the cart from inside that are all sanitized, and then once you use it, you have to leave it outside so the employees will wipe them all down. I mean, different places are kind of going the extra mile. But in terms of people getting like let go from their from jail, it's not. I don't think it's being let go from jail. It's
Kelly. Welcome back.
Yes, welcome, Kelly. Is that they're having to make they really have to break down, you know, why it is that they have individuals where they do, and then find different ways to either monitor them. I know that that's what my job's doing, is they're finding different ways to monitor the people via tether or what have you, because there's no other ways to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and
I don't even think Kelly was in well she was, but she's actually, I think she just got out of a treatment center. So, but yeah, welcome back. And then, yeah. Well, when people do get released from either a rehab or early, and they now have this sense of, what am I walking into now? And things are closed, and the world that they, like, if they have been in rehab for 2 months and they're just now getting out, I don't know what that would be like, but it seems like it would suck. Yeah. Because I remember, you know, being in rehab and thinking, man, I can't wait to get this. I'm going to go to here and eat. It's going to be a steak and get my favorite pizza. And then you get out, and then it's like, well, no, I'm still stuck here. I don't have the resources. And like this guy AA said, and what did you say I was doing?
What?
Towel boarding them, or...
Oh, wet toweling?
Yeah, because he was in there... people go to a AA meeting the day they get out of treatment, they're 80% chance, whatever, man. But now they don't even have that option.
Right. No, that's the truth, because I talked with an individual today that is being released early, and they're careful about it. You know, the agency I work for is really careful about, you know, basically evaluating the status of where they are, their participation in the program thus far, how long they have left. All those things are taken into consideration. It's not just like, hey, everybody, peace out, you know, or whatever. And like where they're headed to is all being taken into consideration and looked at carefully. So, but we were just having a, you know, I was able to accompany the individuals out on a walk today into downtown Traverse City, which is like tumbleweeds. I mean, there's like nobody out, you know, no traffic. But that's the only opportunity they really got to like get open and out into the open air. And we were just making conversation, and I was like, yeah, I went grocery shopping for my family. You know, because they're trying to limit their interaction with the world. And, you know, I'm really careful about sanitizing my hands and, you know, after we get back from the store, wiping things down. And, I mean, people might say that you're going a little bit too crazy, but I don't think at this point, you know, that just making sure that you're taking the precautions that you need. Let's just say that. Anyhow, I was saying how, like, it's just weird that the stores, and I was just going into the details about, like I said, the lines and random items being out or low, like things you never would have even thought of, like spaghetti noodles. All of Meijer was out, completely out. Not one box of spaghetti noodles, not one kind, not one brand, not one anything. Weird stuff like that. And anyway, he was just like, yeah, I don't know. Haven't been out in the world in like 7 months. And so this is going to be a shocker, I don't know. I don't know if you think it'd be like easier or more difficult. I mean, but there's still all these things that they have to do. A lot of the guys are really concerned, and women too, are concerned about, are they going to, like, what is expected of them? Because they've spent all this time, paying their debt to society, or whatever, and doing the things that they need to do and doing them right, crossing their T's and dotting their I's. And now, like, well, how am I supposed to do this to prove that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing? How am I supposed to go to this? These guys have, like, anger management classes or counseling classes. And so all these things, people are trying to find different ways to fulfill those requirements. And they're doing a great job, but it's a lot of extra work on everybody's part. So I give them credit for doing that and following through with everything and still having their head on their shoulders and with a good attitude about what's next for them. This isn't, I didn't sense any real, like, excitement, like, look at me, I get to go home. It's more like there's, it's just a different environment and they're doing what they have to do, just like everybody's kind of having to deal with all these changes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like the billboard I saw today, it said, "Stay home,
save lives."
Save lives. I started laughing.
Yeah, it did.
Silly. But I don't know. We wrap it up though, and tomorrow, Project Nation will have a podcast, and I think Anna, she's been doing a pretty good job. The blog, that's at 217recovery.com. Check out the blog. Broken and Beautiful is her podcast. Mondays is her day. I don't know if that got moved to Tuesdays or what. I have no idea. But you can check out her podcast, all the platforms. Project Nation, they're getting new platforms, and by platforms I mean like Spotify, Castbox, iTunes, Apple Podcasts. So, check them out. And of course, you can always check them out too at 217recovery.com. But they have one tomorrow. We'll be back on Thursday, and Chris Goss will be with us in some form. Promise you that. So, yeah, be a good little week. But hang in there, and if there's anything you need from us, feel free to reach out. My email, it's pretty simple. Corey, Corey, at 217recovery.com. And pretty much all the guys, and Marnie, just first name, and then at 217recovery.com. Hit us up on Facebook. You can chat with us through our website, too. And, if you need anything, just hit us up, let us know, and we'll try to help you the best we can. Until Thursday, we will hang out, and we'll talk to you later.